Well, how do you do? I'm Mr.Christopher. This is my world, and this is Art Connoisseur. I got new art. Look, new art. I got it at a Savers, which is like a thrift store. And guess how much I paid for that piece right there? Look at that. Guess how much I paid for that? $10 was what I paid for that. That's a beautiful piece for $10. $10? Come on, give me three. No, give me one. I don't need three. But anyway, let's get to looking at some art. Let's get to going with the art stuff. I got to show you that piece. I was talking about a piece a couple weeks ago. It might have been last week. I forget. But a piece that I bought that was it's not a painting. It was a print. I'll show you that. We'll show you that later. I got to go grab it. Let's talk about something first. Let's see what's the first thing on the books. What do we got? What's the first art piece on the books? First art piece we have on the books today is this beautiful piece. It's called Moonlit Forest. Beautiful frame, beautiful piece of artwork. It's a painting. It's nice. I mean, I love this. What's the price of this one? Mr. Christopher, tell them the price. How much is it, you ask? $225. What is it, real gold? If it's a real gold frame, sure. I mean, I'd say it's about yay big. It's about it's between 8 and 11 inches. That's what I'm going to say. It's about between 8 and 11 inches. I forget the exact dimensions. But so it's on the smaller side. It's a very nice painting from the heart. I really like it. And the frame is nice. If I went and bought it and the frame was plastic or like anything besides steel or metal or pure gold, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it. For 225, that better be an actual feeling nice frame, not just looking good in pictures. I saw someone on Facebook Marketplace marketing they had a picture on there with a frame. They called it a golden frame, and the material was genuinely plastic. And I'm like, you can't call a plastic frame colored gold a golden frame. That's not what that is. So yeah, if it was a cheap frame and I showed up, I'd be like, I ain't paying $225 for this. Throwing ethics out the window, by the way. I would pay $225 for it. It's nice. And in like the corner of like your living room or in your bedroom in the corner, in like a dark corner where you're not really seeing it much, but you walk over and you see it, and you're like, oh, that's nice. It would be nice. But yeah, I don't know. That's $225. Throwing ethics out the window? Sure. $225, I gotta pay my bills this week? Not a chance. Not a chance. Next, we go here to salted butter. Salt butt. I like this little piece here. This is just very casual. This is just a very casual little piece. How much was this one, Mr. Christopher? Please take it away. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. And a Happy New Year. I'm a chef, and as a chef, little tidbit of information on Mr. Christopher here. I'm a chef, and as a chef, I think you should use salted butter and not unsalted butter. So, salt butt I like, and I like to think that the person who painted it was making cookies, and they needed a stick and a half of butter to make the cookies. So they used one full stick, and then they took the other stick, they cut it in half, and then they were looking on the counter, and they were like, haha, look, salt butt. Ha ha ha, and they painted it. My one request, now the cost of this is $60. My one request is that, interesting enough, I think that the frame needs to be shrunken. I see what you did. You put the salt butt small, and then you gave a little empty space. It gives a perspective, I suppose. I don't want it. I don't want the perspective. I want it to be small so that I can kind of put it anywhere in my kitchen. Maybe above my oven would be a nice spot. But then again, if it's above my oven, it might melt, right? Because butter melts with heat, right? Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so $60, throwing ethics out the window. I ain't buying it because the frame's not smaller. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Mr. Christopher, you could buy it and then you could put it in a smaller frame yourself. But then I'm doing work that I didn't ask to do. And now I spent $60 to just take the piece of art out of the frame I was given to put it in a different frame. Now I'm owed $30 in my opinion. So no, for 60, no, I wouldn't buy it. Sorry. Next, we're going to go here to this adorable little cherub. It's an angel boy with nice loving eyes. He's only $25, This is classic. This is right out of the 70s. I don't hate this piece. I couldn't buy it, but that's just me. $25 for that? I mean, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it because mainly I just can't. I wouldn't be able to stand the judgmental eyes looking down at me all the time. Like I'd be like, "What do you want from me? I'm living. I'm happy. I'm alive. I'm trying every day. I'm sorry that I'm not a millionaire. Money isn't even real. What are you judging me for? I'm trying every day." So yeah, it would be. I couldn't do it, but and I like how it's old, straight out of the 70s. For $5, I might buy it and just put it in my attic, but that's about that. Anyway, we're gonna do something a little different here. Remember a couple weeks ago I did a sculpture special, and I found a nice sculpture that I think everybody should see. It's a lamp, and let's check it out. Let's replace one of the paintings this week with a sculpture. All right, here it is. I found this, and I thought everybody must see this. This is this is what it's billed as, a rare vintage Egyptian revival sculpture lamp. And, honestly, it's fantastic. I call it perfect. Here's a close up. Here's a close up of it. I mean, if that's not perfect, I don't know what is. But Mr. Christopher, please, how much is this Egyptian revival lamp? $250 for that rare Egyptian revival lamp. $250. You bet your bottom's dollar I'd spend that on that lamp. That's a beautiful lamp. That's a nice piece. It's a great sculpture. I mean, the chest is it's literally perfect. It's the perfect woman. I'm sorry. There's other perfect. You're all perfect, but that right there. That lamp. Whoever sculpted that lamp knew exactly what they were doing. Okay, and that's all I gotta say. 250 though, in the world of the ethics, where we're taking logic and ethics into consideration. No, I'm not spending any money on that. I'm not even gonna think about it. And if I had a wife of any kind, I'm sure she wouldn't want me to have it. So no, I'm not gonna get it. But in a world where I can afford anything, yeah, yeah, and it's going on my office desk in my office room, in my nice chill, cool office room that I go and I sit and I smoke. I don't smoke cigars, but I'll smoke a joint, I guess, and just chill in my cool office room, look at my lamp. All right, from that beautiful sculpture to this, we're going to go back to some nice art. A nice, typical, beautiful art piece with a beautiful frame. This is called Fall with a Golden Frame. How much is this one, Mr. Christopher? Take it away. $60 for that beautiful piece with that beautiful frame. This was 10. That was a steal for 10. For 60, it's not as much as a steal as it would be for $10, but for 60, it's a steal because I'm willing to sit here and say you could sell that for $120 and it would be no questions asked. That's okay, because that piece right there, if you ask me, could be in a museum on a museum wall. If I'm walking in a museum, the Museum of Art, and I see that on the wall, I ain't asking any questions. I'm going, yep, looks like that fits in here, and I'm walking. I'm continuing my walk. But I've been in some museums of arts, and I've seen some things where I'm like, who snuck that on the wall? Who snuck that up there? But this piece, no, I wouldn't be this. I would not be saying that. Now, throwing ethics out the window. Yeah, $60. I'm on my way right now to go buy that piece. But bringing ethics and logic back into the window, $60. I mean, I could swing it, but I'm not gonna. There's nowhere to put it. I'm just adding more clutter to the house. I just got this piece. So I'm going to give it another month or two before I buy a new piece for Art Connoisseur. And lastly, on this episode of Art Connoisseur, we're going to go here to our second coming of Marilyn Monroe. The first coming, if you remember, she was laying down on the ground and she seemed to have been naked, but there was only a top half of the boob showing. This one, she is fully clothed. She seems to be on the roof of a building of New York, I'm going to say, and just enjoying the sights and sounds with a smile. She's beautiful. This is lovely. Mr. Christopher, how much is this piece? Well, I'm glad you asked. $10 for that Marilyn Monroe piece. And it's, for $10, yeah, you bet your bottom's dollar I'm going to go grab that piece. I'm not going to go get it, but I would. I like Marilyn Monroe. She was a beautiful woman. She deserves to be honored forever in art. But yeah, with that said, remember the print I told you about? Well, here it is. Boom. That's what it looks like. That's the print that I was talking about. It's a print. It's not a painting. When I went and picked it up, I thought it was going to be a painting, but it ended up being a print being sold by like an 85-year-old woman. I wasn't going to go tell her to screw herself, so I just bought it anyway. I still like it. It's nice. Birch frame. It's nice. But either way, that's the print I was talking about. And with that said, that's the end of Art Connoisseur with me, Mr.Christopher, the Art Connoisseur. This is Mr. Christopher's World. That's me. And I got new art. That was my print that I also have this print. We're having fun here. Art Connoisseur. We had that nice lamp. Things are going off. Things are going off up in here. All right. I hope you enjoyed Merry Christmas. I know it's only December 4th or 5th or 6th, or it's sometime in only December. It's still early. We still got a whole month ahead of us before Christmas is even here, but enjoy. Lead with love. Never be afraid. You know how it is. Enjoy the world. Enjoy living. Be happy. Bye. Mr. Christopher, you crazy.